welcome to another big edition of Rawk Haul. Greg the Egg Blackmore Rules here. Hello, NJ Scott Waters fan club. Rawk's Records just did a re-release of this. The legendary Scott Waters was in on the redoing the album cover. This is the old version, but that's what's playing in the background. So anyway, let's get to the Rawk Haul. Seems like the VC people in America are excited about football. Well, so am I! Canadian Football League. The defending Grey Cup champion BC Lions. Oh yeah, sure, it's a decade ago, but whatever, who's counting? So, Cloudy, you better get on the bandwagon. It's leaving town. Okay, let's get going here. CDs first. It's just thrift store finds, basically, so all decent prices. But anyway, let's just roll on. Sealed copy of this. I couldn't believe I found that. So, as long as it has Razmnaz on it, it's worth the price of admission alone. What a great, that'd be a great t-shirt. And later era Rush. I think it's Test for Echo. No. Yeah, it is. I've never heard this album because they lost me after 2112 and All the World's a Stage, but, well, their 80s stuff was okay too. But I don't know anything about that album, but for buck or two, and here's the jam at the BBC. I've heard a few songs by them that I like, but I don't really know that much about them. So this is a good tester. And for a buck or two, I remember playing this in my basement back in the day. So there are some really good songs on there. And this is a good album. I don't know much about them, but actually I saw a girl wearing a Rise Against Tour t-shirt. I didn't get a chance to tell her a nice shirt or anything, but they have some really good heavier melodic punk sound on them. Here's my very first Megadeth album. Great album cover. So I'll find out what all the fuss is about. I don't know what. It sounds like this is the most popular band ever, but when I saw them in Quebec, I didn't really even pay attention to them. I was looking the other way and talking, and I know it's sad. But anyway, here's the poor man's Deep Purple. Haven't known this album since back in the day, but it does have Black Dog and rock and roll, so can't go wrong with that. This I was a bit disappointed in. I was hoping it'd be heavier. Is this the live album I heard? Yeah, I think so. Yeah, Moz Tequila I like, but it's not like the first live album. And this Van Halen, I don't even know if this is the Sammy Hagar era. Always jealous of Eddie Van Halen's hair. But I was listening to them doing Man on the Silver Mountain live from 76 or something like that this morning. Here's Third Eye Blind. They seem really popular. If I'm not mistaken, they're Christian punk power pop. I don't know. Never owned any of their stuff, so I don't know. And this one, I believe, has, Whipping Post on it, so it might be too mellow for me overall, but Allman Brothers on CD, all right. Here's a Canadian band that had some of these songs are really good. Gel, I think, G-E-L it's spelled. It's a really good song and made it on the radio. No, it's not Gel. Oh, anyway, there are some really good songs on there. I heard the other album, I think, it was a red covered one. I didn't like it as much as this one. Here's what I'm going to give a try. What I've heard I didn't quite like enough. It was too polished, shinied up 80s metal. But it's all girl band. I mean, look at that. Yikes. So, hopefully this album's maybe a little more, not as polished. I just want it more raw and heavy. And cloudy, stormy, milder. Yes, finally. I got to hear this and see this for the first time ever, all the way through. Yeah, and I heard a couple other live albums recently by them. Yeah, this is the one. when you just start with 2 Minutes to Midnight and Aces High back to back. Oh, I think it's the other way around, but I can't remember. But those were the first two songs. Unreal. Okay, we'll get to, speaking of book action and football, found this for $1, so there you go. Backwoods Metal. So, should be interesting. And Kirsten, the Prince of Denmark, Olsen, that's his favorite NFL team's the Saints. And found this for $1 or $2. Big giant, I don't know how many page thing this is. 500 and something, but that'll be interesting. Same with this thing's another 400 or 500 page deal. Hope it talks more about the early Beatles, but. And of course this. Can't argue with this book. Then we'll get to the vinyl. Remember having this back in the day. I can't remember where they're from or anything about them. If they're Canadian, maybe. But the album comes out. We've got that or that. And Chilliwack. I didn't know till just now Brian Too Loud McLeod's on this album. Wow. Communication Breakdown. I didn't know he was involved in that song. That's one of the 2 songs that I posted on YouTube from the concert I just saw them recently. Wow, that's a Brian Too Loud McLeod song. No wonder I like it. There's rock and roll here. That's Bill Henderson. He was the guy there. His hair's short now, of course, but I think that's the way it's supposed to look. Here's one I didn't know anything about. I read up on them after a bit, but I can't remember what I read, of course, but I just went and bought this by the album cover, of course. You could Standard Atlantic label, and there is a. Well, of course, you have to gamble on a blind buy when they look like that. So, and Kenny Shield, the singer of the band, passed away recently, but found this. Does have action to start off, which is really good. Just for You. That's a great song. Under My Thumb. Their cover is better than the Stones version. And we're not speaking as ZZ Top, but now we'll speak as ZZ Top. Here's a quote out of this book. The Great Rock and Roll Quote Book. ZZ Top guitarist Billy Gibbons on why he and bassist Dusty Hill refused to a hefty sum of money to shave off their trademark beards for a razor commercial. Can't do it. Simply because underneath him is too ugly. I can relate to that. My wife thinks I look worse with facial hair. I don't even have any hope. Anyway, a little bit of shirt action now. This was a cool thrift store deal. I think I've seen this new in like Hot Topic or whatever, but this is only a couple of bucks so I've had to get that. It's all right. And this was from the concert that I saw recently. And yes, they did used to have a cannon on their stage and make the cannon noise. I think that's where someone just told me how AC/DC got the idea for cannons in their show for those about to rock. They were staying in a hotel right by where the Queen or Duchess or something was happening, and they'd fire cannons off. And they thought that sounded cool, so put it in rock and roll. So they rewinded that long before that. Okay. Gotta pull out our trusty coho knife for Yarko of my vinyl bar. For 2 items that came via the mail. The mail. Okay. It's just stuff I ordered. The story of Deep Purple in Rock, one of the best albums of rock history. The song Flight of the Rat. If you don't know that song, that's better than any song Led Zeppelin's ever done. And I'll stand by that comment. And this is a CD that came with it. Inspired by the legendary Scott Waters, but Mainline Riders. They're kind of, I don't know if they officially are Christian rock or not on this album, but Cliffy Huntington, here's Cliffy of the Huntingtons is involved in this. This is kind of his rock project. And I have one of their other albums and I love it, so I expect this to be equally as good. And there's a guy I know, he knows somebody who can turn rock t-shirts into pillows. So here's this pillow. Ta-da! So I may have to ask him if I may have some shirts that I wouldn't mind made into pillows. That'd be cool. I don't know how much he would charge, but we still got one more item in the mail. In the mail! Oh, trusty knife. Okay. Here's the packaging. SMF Captain Howdy! That's the front. Zippered front. And the back is kind of cool. It's a hoodie. Not bad. And the last item of the whole action. Whoops, maybe not. Ah, there's 2 more items. Well, a pack sack, but a cool one. Same picture as the pillow. And the one last item happens to be in here. Another shirt. More shirt action. This was an exciting thrift store find. And I believe when... Ah, never mind. Here we go. Here's the back. Only NASCAR, I think, knows how to market as good as KISS does. Well, it does it for the big show, though, so... See if Prince George, BC. Okay. That's the show I saw, Matt. Best concert I ever saw in my life. So anyway, thanks for watching, and don't forget slower traffic. Keep left to right, Cody. Sacred Warrior, the true metal.